I'm Mark Lukasiewicz, Vice President of NBC News Specials and Digital Media. I think people are getting information anywhere they can find it. Media has become much more ubiquitous. It's become much more mobile. Video used to be something you could only watch at a wired monitor in your bedroom or in your office or at work. It's become part of your daily life in all the mobile devices you have at work, at home, in the car, everywhere. So I think people are getting media more and more places, which is great for the media business. I think what's new, perhaps, is the degree to which what people consume is influenced by their friends. The brand that matters as much as the trusted brands in media that you consume content from is the brand of your friends and what they recommend to you to see, to watch, to read, to buy. And that happens through all the new social networks over the last few years, Facebook and Twitter and MySpace and Tumblr and all the others. And I think that's another place that's become very important in the consumption of media. I think you have to be willing to experiment. There's no question that there are new forms of communication emerging, new forms of media. Each of these new platforms that emerges every few months has its own aesthetic, has its own feel. Twitter being the best example in recent years, I would say, where you really find you have to have a voice in Twitter. You can't just use it as a kind of a spam marketing tool. So you have to be willing to experiment. You have to be rigorous about paying attention to what's going on out there. There's plenty of data about how these media are functioning, how these new platforms are working, how people are responding to them, who's doing what where. And if you're rigorous about studying that data, it'll help guide your activity. I think you have to know when to stop. It's great to experiment. It's also important to know that the experiment didn't work and move on. I don't think people will punish you for that anymore. I think that's fine. But you have to try it.